Hello everyone, and welcome to Game Preview Episode 2. We're going to be taking another look at Dual Universe, some new information and new things that have come out since the last video. So let's get started. Currently, they are running a Kickstarter campaign, so everyone who is psyched about this game, go check out that. There are still a couple of the cheapest alpha packs still there, so you might want to go check those out before they are gone. There's only a couple left. The last I checked, I think so. There is some beta packs, lots of beta packs, or some beta packs still there. Lots of good stuff. I went straight for the alpha, so you'll be seeing those videos on this channel the second I get it downloaded onto this computer early next year. Note, for those who are interested in the timing of releases, they want to get the alpha out within the first 2 months of next year, the beta at the end of next year, possibly, or the beginning of next year, I think it was, and then the launch, full launch, everyone gets it, and they're going to call it, live. They said is December 18th. That's what it says on all of the Kickstarter packs. At the bottom it says release December 2018. So, be looking forward to that. So, I have some little statistics for the Kickstarter at the time of recording. We are sitting at 3,068 backers, so awesome people, 3,000 of them. There's only about 1,000 alpha players, so keep that in mind. As far as raised money, we have 63,062, or 624, there we go, $24, that's USD. And they're asking, the whole project is €500,000 euros or 500,000 euros, same thing. That's about 550 American dollars or USD. And so far, to give you a little kind of comparison, Star Citizen had the exact same ask price or project price, full project, whatever. End goal. There we go. Their end goal. And they got the exact same amount on the same day, which is $150,000 on day one. So both projects Star Citizen went very well, so we're hoping Dual Universe can do this as well. So, on to some questions that I've got from people I know and been talking to for the past few days, so let's get into those. So, for question 1, why is the name Dual Universe? As far as the developers, how they want to look at Dual Universe, it's not a game, really. It's an alternate place or a second universe where everyone in the universe dictates exactly what they dictate in real life. Their political systems, their friends, their enemies, what they build, who drives what. So as far as who drives what, let's take that a little bit further. If I build a car, let's say I own the first car company in the game, then all the designs I make from that car company, people will buy. It will be a lot easier for me to build something and just sell it to them than them building and gathering the resources, because inevitably it's going to be cheaper. As a business person in the game, you're going to need to make sure that that it's going to be cheaper for them to buy it than the time it would take to go and get the resources. So, not inevitably, but anyway, the whole premise is a second universe from our own. So, we'll be able to do we'll be able to do a lot, and that's why it's called Dual Universe. It's a second universe. So, for question 2, will there be factions? Yes, there will definitely be factions. One of the core game mechanics actually is factions, or organization system, as they call it. And you can even put them into tiering systems, or hierarchy, as they call them. So you could be a player that has a private party with your friend who is part of a guild, who is part of a town, who is part of a region, who is part of a government, who is part of a alliance, who is part of a mega alliance. And that's probably the biggest hierarchy that I can think of. But yeah, there will definitely be organizations and a very complex system. They've had multiple blog posts. I recommend checking those out on the Dual Universe website. It's dualthegame.com, I believe. playing blog post map, it's a very, very complex system, letting you do very specific and complex things with your organizations, such as taxes or giving certain tiers of people in your faction different, trying to think of the word, abilities and things. So let's say security guard can open this door, but citizen cannot open this door. Kind of things like that. Tagging people for reference in scripting. So, on to question 3, which is how much will it cost, or Duel Universe cost at launch? At launch, it will be a subscription-based game, kind of like EVE Online or other big MMOs. I know there's a lot of them that do a subscription-based. Also, there will be a currency called DAC, which you can buy in-game with in-game money to pay for your monthly subscription. So if you have enough time, you can earn enough money in-game, and if you're good at earning money in-game, you can buy the DAC to then pay for your subscription. They have not said how much a subscription monthly will cost. However, Alpha and Beta only come so far with the Kickstarter campaign goals, or the rewards. So, if you want it for a while without having to pay for it, the Alpha and Beta will not be pay to play. So, that is that one. And on to the next question, what can I build in Duel Universe? You've already seen, if you've seen any of the trailers, spaceships, space stations, buildings. So that's going to definitely be there. They've also said on their forums that there will be a small mechanical bits. The demonstrations they gave were a mech or a giant robotic spider. So hopefully that'll be well-rounded. We can do a lot with that, such as making pieces of our construct move, make it more interactable, such as building bigger doors. I really like the small mechanical systems that take a bit of engineering and a bit of tweaking to get it just right. So hopefully we'll have that. Also, we'll be able to script in Lua, so all these things. And I believe we should have also land vehicles. I can't imagine us not having land vehicles on planets. That would be quite annoying. And so I can't imagine not having them. So we'll move on to the next question. So the next question is kind of a sum up of what we've been talking about for the basic questions that we've gone over. What are the core mechanics of Duel Universe? So we talked about it being a alternate kind of universe with its own political systems, its own manufacturing systems. So it being a dual universe is probably one of the biggest core mechanics. The organization system and the building system and the interactions between players is all the core mechanics to this game. And they're being very careful to not promise all their prospective players too much so they don't get behind on what they've promised. So those are the core mechanics that they've said, and they are definitely saying those will be there at launch. So look forward to those, and I'm going to kind of sum up what the lore has in it. So the lore is as follows. Earth was about to be consumed by a star, and so they went about building these arc ships, and before the star actually hit them, they launched these arc ships with thousands of humans in each. Obviously, some didn't get in, and some got in by other means instead of just the people who should have been in them. So they went to cryosleep, and they just went to the planets that the arcs were sent to. And a while before, like probably a year or so before they reached the planet, the arc ship was to wake up the Alpha Pioneers, also known as the Alpha Players, because they'll be in the game before everyone else. They woke them up, and the arc ship woke them up and taught them where they are, what they're doing, and kind of got them back to physical and mental health. And then they went into a simulated universe, which is the Alpha, to learn what they do to up their skills. So when they actually land on the planet, they will keep their skills in the blueprints they've already made inside their suit's internal memory. So after that, they were told to get in their seats and to strap down, for the ship was about to land, quotations. As it landed, it plowed straight into the Earth, or not Earth, but the planet, straight down to where the ship could harvest the not nuclear, but thermodynamic energy from the planet, thus keeping the Ark ship powered. After it was landed and all good and straight, it started waking up all the other thousands and thousands of pioneers still on the Ark ship. So that is the generalization of lore, very general. So I hope you go and look at the full lore, and I will have a link in the description. There we go. Words. No, just no. Okay, so a little bit of news for a minute. So those of you who have been with the channel for a little while now, I haven't posted anything because my computer died. The processor and the graphics card, everything just kind of stopped working all at once. So I now have a rebuilt machine, so I have much more power to put into my videos. We'll be getting a new mic soon, so this will go away. Hopefully it'll be a lot better. Also, the Blockscape series, unfortunately, is going to be kind of postponed for a while because I lost the map, and I really don't want to make another series of the exact same things again, because we've done this series for a little while. It's gotten a lot of views, yes, but I don't want to restart and keep restarting because it seems like I keep running into issues with it. So we'll let it mature just a little while longer, and we'll revisit it in a little while. Shows that are coming will be Star Citizen, Space Engineers, now that I have the power to record all these. If you guys got any suggestions on what kind of games you guys want to see on the channel, try and make sure they're building games and or space RPG kind of things, because this is supposed to be a sci-fi channel. Blockscape was kind of an oddity because I really like the game Blockscape. Might be doing a City Skylines series. I know a lot of people do them, but I play it differently, I found out, because people like to expand like instantaneously. I take the first plot of land and densify it as much as I can before expanded. Then I buy a whole bunch of regions at once and set about planning the entirety of the city. So I played a little bit differently than I've seen other people play, so that might be a thing. Definitely post ideas or comments in the comment section. I think that's all the basic news. I have some people I might be playing with. Hopefully I have some things dual universe related that I might be doing. And as far as dual universe videos, the second I get it downloaded, I will be recording. Might even stream the me getting it open for the first time. So I think that's all the news, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. If you did not, please let me know why. I would like to know why, if anyone doesn't like my videos, just so I can learn how to be better at making videos. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you and hear from you in the next video.